part of Django authentication tutorials, we're going to talk about how we can reset the user's password and create templates for the user in order to be able to reset his or her own password. So first of all, let me create, let me go to the virtual environment. So we should write source.activate. Now we need to cd to login project. There we go. And now there's something that we need to do, and that is adding our templates to the main folder. So here we have the login project, right? And we also have the accounts as the application, but the templates folder is inside of the login project, not in the main directory of our project. So all we need to do is to cut and paste the templates folder into the main directory. So what I mean by that is you need to cut the templates folder into the main login project folder, not this one, but this one, right? So let me paste it over here for you to see. Okay, there we go. So if I close these three, as you can see, we have three folders inside of the login project. One of them is accounts, the other is login project itself, and the templates folder. So the reason we do this is that it is very necessary to do that, because if we don't do this, the Django will not recognize the new templates tab we're going to create inside of the registration folder for resetting the password. And resetting the password needs a number of templates. There are 4 templates. One of them is for entering a form for entering the email by the user, and then the other one is for confirming the email, sending the confirmation email, and then the other one is for saying that whether the process of setting the password has been successful, and the other one is for saying that it has been unsuccessful. And so then we will be redirected to the main page related to login, because we've reset our password. So now let's get started with our coding. First of all, we're going to create the templates without any CSS, and in the next part we're going to also add the CSS. So first of all, we should create a template for resetting the password. I'm going to create this inside of the registration folder, and so a new file. Let me try another time, a new file, and there we go. So we need to call this password underline reset underline form .html, and press enter. We have the form right here. So as you can you should also care about the name of the file, because if you change this, the Django will not recognize it, and you cannot put the built-in form for resetting the password inside of your project. So now let us add the general form of our template, which is extending from the base template. So let me copy it from the login, or from somewhere else, from base.html, home.html. So now I've pasted in the general form, which we extend from the base.html, and here we're going to write forgot your password and question mark after that. And right here we're going to write our forms, and this is just like the login form and also the sign up form. We're going to put in the exact same code, with the difference that we change the title for the button. So here we need to copy and paste it inside of our blog content. here inside of the login form, we change this to reset password, and here we change this to, for example, so this is a form for entering your email and receiving a confirmation letter from or a confirmation form from to your email. So you get the kind of email that you will click on the link, and then you will be redirected to a new page where you will be able to actually reset your password. So here I'm going to, for example, on a button we can say send me the instructions, or send me the confirmation link. So there we go. Also, it's better not to write this dev here inside of our form, because we're not going to first set our own style here. And notice that we need to close the form. There we go. Okay, now we also need to add 3 other templates here. But before we do that, because here we're sending the email, there is this built-in, a kind of a built-in app or built-in mechanism inside of Django where they're going to send the email to the user's email. So we need to set this inside of our settings.py, which is inside of the login project, settings.py, and at the end of our file, after logout redirect, we can add this 2 lines, email backend and email file path, which is here we need to change this to, so our base directory, and then the email file path is our login project, right? So we can set a folder for that, or we can let this be in here, the sent emails. So it's going to create a new folder inside of this main directory, just next to the templates, the login project, and the accounts. We're going to have a new folder called the sent emails, and it's going to automatically create that and show the kind of writing or the letter that is going to send through the email. So we're going to have that inside of this project as well, because once we run it in our local host, we're not going to actually send the email. So we're going to see the confirmation link inside of this sent email folder. So that's it. Let's go back to our templates folder, and inside of registration, create a new file. And the file is password underline reset underline done .html, and in here we're going to paste again our general form of our templates inside of the registration. And now this is the time that it's going to let the user know that the email has been sent. So here I'm gonna write email sent, and right in here we're going to let the user know. So we're going to have h1 tag and a p tag. So h1, and so here we're going to say that the email, or you can say check your inbox. Your email inbox. and then say we have sent you an email containing the reset password link. So there we go, we have this one too. And now we also need to create another file for setting the reset password. So that's another form. So here we can create a new file and call this password reset confirm. This is the place where the user is going to confirm the email, the reset password. So password reset confirm.html, and again we're going to put in the exact same general form for our templates. So here I've pasted it, and now here we can write the title of this page. So the title could be enter your new password. Okay, and so it's better to be with capital letters. New password, and here we're going to, first of all, the user has been given a kind of a link, so we're going to check whether the link is valid. So here we have again another if inside of the DTL language, and if valid link, and also we're going to have an else for that. So 2% and else, and also we're going to have end if. So there we go. Now in here, instead of the if valid link, we're going to add the very same form we had right here. And you might ask, okay, what is the difference between these two when the forms are different but the codes are not different? And the reason is these names right here inside of our registration folder are they should be exactly this, and the Django will notify them, will notice them and apply a specific form for them. So for example, the name is password reset form, and it is going to notice that, okay, if there's a form.sp, this is a form related to resetting the password. And also in this one is going to do the same. So let me add h1 too. So in here we're going to say that enter your new password, and right here inside of the else, this is the time that the user uses an invalid link, which is probably because they have used this link for the ones that they have already reset the password, so they're using it one more time. So because the link has been invalidated, they should use a kind of a new link, or create or actually get into a new reset password form and request another one. So right here I'm going to write a p tag and let the user know that. So your reset password link is invalid, probably because the link has been used before. And then in the next line I can add another p tag Also, let's add h1 tag and say that the link is not valid. And here in the second line we can say, please try resetting password. Please try again for resetting password, or please try resetting password again. So there we go, we have this form completed too. And now we have another form which I'm going to explain in the next part of our tutorials, and then we're going to test that. Also, we're going to add the necessary links and how to work with the general form. So that's it for this part of our tutorial.